fun. Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Just leaving work, you know. The place nobody likes to go, but we all have to go to be, you know, normal citizens. I should be definitely getting my Cena soon. Like I said before, I ordered a SMH5 just to have something, but the people that I ordered it from, you know, the people that I order it from and stuff, like, they didn't tell me that they were sold out until like 2 weeks later, and then they took another like week to send me my money back, or to, you know, put it back on my card or whatever. So that kind of sucked, but you know, whatever. But I got the money back, and I might go today. Rook, he recommends this place I should check out, and if it's as good as, and I want to check it out and see if everything's all good and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna probably go get that today or tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna have time today, it just depends. I feel like being lazy, but at the same time, you know, whatever. Yeah, hopefully I'll have that soon. My buddy could show me how to install it in the helmet, show me how everything works. Hopefully my next free check, in a couple of weeks, I'll have enough money to go ahead and order my exhaust. That way I can try to put that sumbitch on. Then I'm going to try to do some kind of fender eliminator, either kit or myself, just making brackets and shit with just little sheet metal or whatever. You know, I don't know how to do all that stuff, but I mean, Google does, YouTube does. I mean, that's pretty much how I learned how to do everything. I mean, we live in an age of the day that if you don't know how to do something, well, don't be fucking lazy and shit. Don't be lazy and shit, and just look it up, because, you know, there's tutorials and how-tos and do-it-yourselfs, you know, whatever. They're all over the internet, man, pretty much. And I found out, like, if you have a problem with something, you got to do something, there's freaking somebody else that has went through the same shit and either couldn't find anything, so did it themselves and then posted a video, or just posted a video because they knew how to do it and they couldn't find anything. So, like, here pretty soon, I'm working on getting a tripod. That way I can do a lot of tutorials and you know, do-it-yourselves things, you know, because there's not a whole lot of stuff on the FZ6, so, you know, it's just one of those bikes where, you know, it's one of those bikes where not a whole lots of people have one. So you gotta kind of, you know, I mean, there's certain things like change your oil and shit like that, but did I find something like, you know, how to fix a front end on an SC6? No. How to, you know, do all this other stuff, you know, how to install the fucking, the sets or whatever, the foot pegs and the shifters and shit like that, or for the foot pegs, you know, there's for R6s and everything else, but there's not really shit for the FZ6, which, you know, for me, this is my very first motorcycle and stuff like that, so, you know, I'm no expert or whatever, you know, and it's like, I would do a review on this bike, but you know, I mean, being it's my first bike and my only bike, really, you know, like, I can't really give, I mean, I can give my opinion on how I feel from nothing, you know what I mean? And I mean, it's a good little bike. I mean, everybody seems to like it. I mean, I don't like, you know, the whole handlebar setup and shit. I think that's kind of ridiculous, but it does make for a smoother and easier ride. So I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, you trade that I'm, you know, all in the tuck position, you know, ready to race for more comfortability. And you know, I don't mind that. What the problem is, though, I notice, like I said on quite a few super sports, and I don't know if it's the same way, but since you're sitting so far like forward and so low to the ground, like it seems like it'd be harder to whiskey throttle, because that's what it's meant for. It's meant for city riding, you know, quick going through gears and shit like that. So it's just one of those things where you gotta get used to it. But yeah, like I've almost thrown myself off of this motherfucker a couple times, and it's because you're sitting so far back. So it's like I feel myself every time I go to get on the throttle, I lean forward just a little bit to compensate, or, you know, like really squeeze the tank with my knees. For the most part, you know, it's not too bad. I'd like to drive, you know, other bikes that way. You know, I could see if this really is a really good bike. I mean, because it's been good to me, you know. It's been kind of difficult to learn on, to be honest, because it's being so torquey and shit. But like I told little buddy, you know, you do the, like how you always see my hand like right here and not all the way up here. So it's, you know, you use the bar end to gauge your throttle response, so you don't have to really too much worry flipping the fucking throttle and getting thrown off the sumbitch. Yeah, that's just a little quick tip on this bike. Well, like I said, I can't really give a full review. Like, I was gonna do a 1,000-mile review on it, you know, just to give my thoughts and opinions. But I mean, really, like, no matter what, you know, ride or whatever, it's the only thing I have rode, so I can't really give a good, like, oh, it's a good bike, it turns well. Well, I mean, it could turn like the biggest piece of shit in the world, but for me, since it's the only thing that I know, I'd be like, oh yeah, it turns like freaking awesome. Then my buddy get on it and be like, dude, sell that piece of shit, you know. So like, it's just one of those things where I have no idea. So I can't really give, you know, until I get more riding experience, you know, from other bikes and stuff, I can't really give my opinion on it.
I made it home! M6, Z6. Later now, guys.